Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be all about bags which are good value for money. I love doing videos like this where I'm talking about a whole wide range of bags or luxury items, and you seem to like them too, so I thought this would be a really good topic to do. And this is as opposed to just investment bags. I feel like an investment bag isn't that difficult to spot. You know, you have your Ms. Birkins and Kellys and your Chanel flats, but I definitely don't think all of them represent good value for money. A Birkin, for example, is beautiful and I would definitely love to have one, but at the same time I've seen Birkins which are a few years old and they just don't look that great to me, and for the money I feel like you could do a lot better, especially with the effort you're going to have to go through. Oh, excuse me. The effort you're going to have to go through to actually get one. Similarly, I think in terms of Chanel, the medium classic flap really doesn't represent very good value for money. I know I own one, but when I look at my collection, that really sticks out to me as something that I overpaid for. I don't think it was worth the money, and I wouldn't necessarily recommend to that many people. So I've looked at my collection and beyond, so not all of the bags I'm going to be talking about today I do own, but I wanted to feature a cross section of prices and styles so that hopefully there is something for everyone. So I'm going to get stuck right in. If I don't have the bag in question, then I will insert the picture, and I did pick 10. I originally wanted to about 4 or 5, but then when I started writing them all down, I found there were just so many good options, so it got up to 10. And yeah, I hope that you'll find something you like or at least enjoy the video, and if you want to find out what I featured, then keep watching. So I'm going to be going in price order from the lowest price to the highest price, and my first pick is the Longchamp Le Pliage bag. If you watch my work totes video, you will know how much I adore this bag. I think it represents great value for money, and for the price, which is around £70, I really think you would struggle to better. It's instantly recognisable, but not in an overexposed trashy way. I think it's still very elegant and timeless, and I just don't think that these date or go out of fashion. I feel like this is really the one bag which kind of unites all bag lovers. Even if you're a complete label snob, my bet would be that you own one of these or at least like the style, because I have completely fallen head over heels for it. I love the functionality and the practicality. I think it looks great. You know, it's not something that I would necessarily take to dinner, but for going to work, for everyday errand running, this is seriously great. It's super simple in structure, you know, so you just have the big opening with the zip and then one small pocket on the inside, and then you have this kind of leather clasp right here, but it really suits my needs. And if you are looking for just a general everyday bag and you don't want to spend the earth, then I think this is a terrific option. You can get them in a wide range of colours, so something to suit absolutely everyone, and you can even get them in fun little prints like this. So I think this is a terrific option, and for the price it's an absolute bargain, which is why I own 3 now, I think. But yeah, I absolutely love this one and would recommend it to pretty much everyone. My second choice is one that I don't own, but one that I hope to in the near future, and it is a contemporary line one. And I know a lot of kind of high-end bag lovers get a bit snobby around contemporary lines, but I think they're great. I love Kate Spade, I love Tory, Burch, I love Marc Jacobs. I think they're all great brands which make some really beautiful handbags at a slightly lower price point, but which are still very, very luxurious. So my next choice is the Tory Burch Perry Tote, and I will insert a picture somewhere on the screen. And I think this is totally gorgeous. I got turned on to Tory Burch because of one of my viewers actually, and I forget the name of the person that commented, but she really recommended that I check out the Perry Tote because she thought that I would like it, and I absolutely do. I think it's gorgeous. I have been to see this bag and I think it's just as gorgeous in real life as it is in pictures. The leather is beautiful quality. I'm a big fan of that kind of open tote style. I think it's perfect for work, and I always carry a lot of things with me, so I just think it's totally gorgeous. It is a bit more pricey in the UK than in the US, I believe, so I think it's around £345 in the UK. I imagine it's more similar to the dollar price in the US because everything is so much more expensive in the UK, but I absolutely love it. I think it makes a great option which looks very smart, but is also very versatile, so you can use it every day, and it's not really flashy, you know, there's just a small Tory Burch sign, sorry, and I just think it's a really nice elegant option which is going to see you through many years to come. So that would be my second choice for best value for money bags. My third choice is the Marc Jacobs Hillier tote, and I used to own this bag and I don't anymore, I don't think. I thought I did, but then I had a look for it and I couldn't find it anywhere, so perhaps I don't anymore, but I absolutely love this bag. I bought it before I went to university and I carried it all the way throughout university. It was the bag I had, and it was around about £275 then. I think it's a bit more expensive now. I think it's more like $375. It's a lot cheaper in the US, as with Tory Burch, but I think this bag is a fantastic option. I would still happily have it now. The only reason I think I may not have it is because it was pretty broken, not because that's not a comment on the quality. I literally just used this bag to death. The strap broke and then the metal plate was beginning to come off as well, but I used that bag a lot. I definitely got my money's worth out of it. I used to use it to carry my books and my laptop, so there was quite a bit of strain on it, but it held up really well. The leather is a beautiful quality. It was this really nice pebbled leather. I had it in the black. My brother also got this bag for his girlfriend in this gorgeous kind of grey taupe colour, and she loved it as well. She's a little bit older than me and it suited her just as well as it suited me, and I just think this is a bag for everyone. Even though it's from a so-called contemporary line, I think you could wear this whether you're 18 or 80. I think it would literally look good on everyone. I don't really think you can go wrong with a shoulder bag hobo style, and this is just so classic and elegant. It's just not going to go out of style. I know they have updated the design from when I had it, so I think they do still sell my design, but I do think there's a slightly newer version. I like both of them. I think they're really wonderful, but if you're looking for an everyday bag which is very smart and just really lovely quality, then definitely check that bag out, because I really don't think it's aged at all and I would happily have that in my collection today. My next choice is a Louis Vuitton bag, and it is the Speedy. I don't own this bag because I'm not really much of a Speedy girl, but I can definitely appreciate it for all its beauty, and it's definitely an iconic bag which is well loved by so many women, and I totally understand why. I'm just not much of a top handle girl, and I'm not really a fan of the way it kind of sags down, but I know you can get base shapers for that, so I never took the plunge and got one. I'm much more of a Neverfull girl, but I still think it represents great value for money. I think it's just over £500 even now, so I'm sure it was a lot cheaper back in the day, but for me that's still a really great value for money bag, because I have a lot of experience with the Louis Vuitton canvas. I use my Neverfull so much and I think it's a great material. I know a lot of people grumble that it's not leather and they're still charging that much money, but you do get the leather trim, and also when the canvas looks as good as it does and it's that durable, I really don't think there's that much room to complain. I think you'd be hard pressed to see a bag that will see you through so many years and still look really great and still be as timeless and as iconic as the Speedy bag. So for the price, I think it's really terrific. You can obviously get them in different prints. I personally prefer the Monogram, but if you wanted something a bit more weatherproof, then you could definitely go for the Damier Ebene or the Damier Azur as well. And I just think it's a wonderful bag, which if you're looking, you know, if your first kind of special designer bag, I know a lot of people go for the Speedy, and I think it's a really good option. So I would recommend that one, even though it's not something I own myself because it's not my particular style. I think in terms of value for money, it's really a pretty good choice. My fifth choice is the Gucci Soho Disco, and if you watch my channel regularly you'll be very familiar with this. I featured it pretty heavily on my channel recently, and that's because I love it so much. It's priced at £650. You may still be able to get it for £600 in some places, but I think the official price is £650 now. And even though it's more expensive than when I bought it, so I think I got it for about £100 cheaper, I still think this is a great value for money bag. I absolutely love it. Yes, it's a bit smaller, so you don't get as much bag for your money, but it does pack a punch. I think it's really a very useful bag, and it's also very carefree while still looking very luxe. You know, you have these gorgeous details like this beautiful muted gold hardware and the tassel right here, but at the same time, you know, there's been absolutely no color transfer, even though I've used this bag a ton. It fits a lot in it, it's very light, it's very comfortable to wear, and it just goes with a lot of things. It comes in lots of really nice colours, so this is obviously, you know, a muted pink, but you can also get camel, you can get white, red, black, you know, very easy to wear, nice kind of classic colours, I think. And For the price, I really think this is one of the best bags on the market right now. It looks gorgeous and it also is a pleasure to carry, which I can't say of every single bag. So if this is in your price range and you are looking for a small crossbody, then I would recommend this one as a really, really great option. So the next bag won't come as any surprise to anyone that watches my channel regularly, and it is the Louis Vuitton Neverfull. I go on about this bag a lot. I have other videos in which I wax lyrical about it, so I won't go on too much, but safe to say this is one of my favourite bags ever. I would literally recommend it to anyone. If you like this kind of open tote style, you really can't do better. If you're looking for a good work bag or a travel bag, this is fantastic. I have mine in the GM size, so it is massive. I also really like the MM size though. It depends on your frame and kind of what you're going to use it for, but this is a great option. It's now priced at about £750, I believe. I paid £500 for it, but I would happily pay £750 now because I absolutely think it's worth it. It's a really great classic bag. I like it in all the prints. I happen to have the mono, but I love the damier ebene and the damier Isère as well, and this is just a really, really wonderful bag, so I absolutely had to include this and I would recommend this to everyone. I absolutely love it. Choice number 7 is from Balenciaga, and it is the Town or the City bag. Two different styles, but they look very, very similar, so I thought I would kind of throw them both in there. Unfortunately, I don't own the Town, even though I would love to. I only own the City bag, and I have this in the pink colour. This is Rose Peche. I would say if you're looking for a very good value for money bag, perhaps go for something a bit more neutral. I don't wear this as much as I should because pink isn't that easy to match, even though I'm wearing it today. But if you go for something like this in a classic colour, I don't really think you can go wrong. I know Balenciaga bags were like the it bag several years ago, but I really think this style has stood the test of time. I don't say that about every it bag. I tend to stay away from Celine bags and Chloe bags for that reason. I love the look of them, but I just know that they're not going to really hold their value and they're going to look quite dated in a few years time, whereas I just don't think that's true of the Balenciaga City or Town styles. I think they still look great today. I still see a lot of them about, and I still personally really enjoy wearing mine as well. So it's definitely a classic in my eyes, and the Town bag is still priced under £1,000, so I think it's about 955, and the City is a little bit over 1,000, so I think it's about 1,050. So, you know, it's definitely pricey, but considering the astronomical prices of some bags now, I still think it represents pretty good value for money, and it's also a very versatile bag, so I think it looks really good during the day and really good during the night as well. I know the Town bag is also a favourite of Lauren Conrad. She bought a black one absolutely years ago and she still wears it to this day and it still looks terrific. So if you're in the market for something, I think the Town bag is slightly more elegant and pulled together, but it's also a tiny bit smaller, whereas if your style is a bit more edgy, then maybe check out the City. But I think both those are really, really good options, which I would recommend. So on to my last 3 choices, and they are all Chanel. You guys know I'm a big Chanel fan, and my 8th pick is actually the Chanel Mini, and this is one of the cheapest Chanel bags that you can get. It's still very pricey, so it used to be $1,590 I think, and I think they've just had a price increase on the Mini, so I think it's more about $1,650 now. But even so, you know, it's obviously a lot of money to spend on such a small bag, but it's a very classic Chanel aesthetic for a lot less than some of their other choices. So the next size up, if we're excluding the rectangle mini, is the medium large flap, which is over 3,000, so almost double the price. And you know, the size difference isn't that huge. You know, you can't fit that much more in the medium large, and I think you still get all the classic Chanel elements in this mini size for a lot cheaper. So I think this is a really good option. You know, you have the classic quilting, you have the CCs, and I think this is such an elegant bag. I love, love, love using this bag. I think it goes with so many different outfits, and for the price point, I don't think you can beat it in terms of Chanel. So if you are looking to save up for your first Chanel bag, then I would recommend considering this because it's a lot more accessible in terms of price, but it still packs a Chanel punch. So I really love this, and I definitely wouldn't be without it. My second Chanel option and my 9th choice overall is the Chanel boy bag. This is a relatively new addition to my collection, but I've completely fallen head over heels in love with this bag. I think this is a terrific choice, and in terms of Chanel, I think it does represent good value for money. You know, it's a very modern Chanel look, so you know, this definitely isn't a classic, but I feel like the boy bag is so iconic now that it's been elevated to that level. These are definitely cheaper than their classic flaps, so this retails for I think 2,500 or 2,700. I will check and list all the prices down below. And then the new medium size, so this is the old medium, retails for 2,900 I think. So definitely cheaper than the classic flap and the jumbo flaps. And obviously, even though that's a lot of money, I think it's a lot more accessible than the classic flaps while still looking completely on trend and chic and still having that gorgeous Chanel look, you know, with the quilting and the iconic CCs, even with this kind of new boy design. So I absolutely love this bag. I did get mine in the lambskin. I think it does look great in the caviar. My preference is in the lambskin for this bag, but I just think this is so gorgeous. I get so many compliments on this bag. And even though this is, you know, one of their more seasonal items, which are often a lot trendier and can go out of fashion, I think the boy bag has really kind of stood the test of time, and its enduring popularity means that it's going to be a great buy while still looking just super on trend and chic. So I absolutely love this one, and if you're looking to invest in a Chanel bag, then I would definitely look at the boy. So the last bag I'm going to show you comes as no surprise to anyone that watches my channel regularly, I'm sure, and it is the Chanel Jumbo. I've talked a lot about how much I love this bag, but it is such a great buy. I think it is insanely expensive. It is £3,500 now. It was £2,500 when I bought it, but that's still, you know, it was a lot of money then, it's a lot of money now. It's just a lot of money for a bag. But I do look at things in terms of cost per wear, and in that sense this bag has been a bargain for me. I have used this so much and I've gotten so much pleasure out of using it that I really do feel very confident in saying that it's a good value for money bag. It's also an investment bag, so you will only make money on this if you buy it and keep it, because the price increases keep on coming from Chanel, unfortunately. So it's terrific in terms of investment, but in terms of general value for money, I think it looks great. It goes with so many different things. I do think it's very practical because of the larger size, and it's just a beautiful bag, which again, I think it would give anyone pleasure wearing it because it is such a gorgeous, gorgeous style. So I totally love this, and I wouldn't be without it in my collection. So if you are considering this bag and wondering if it's worth the money, then I personally would say yes. I haven't regretted getting this, and this is the one bag that definitely, this and my Neverfull, if my flat burnt down tomorrow, then I would go out and get these if I could financially. So I absolutely love this. I think it's gorgeous, and that's why it made my top 10 picks. And that's it for this video, guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you liked my choices and agree with them. If you don't, leave me a comment and let me know which ones you think I should have featured. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.